What's up, y'all? I'm back again with another video, and I just want to come on here and tell y'all because Abba is so good. Like I've been telling y'all, Abba provided for me, so I'm good. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. But today was a mirror moment in my life. It was a mirror moment. So when I was in need of gas and I was on E for 3 days, I internally I was like, God, you hate me. It got to a point where I was like, you hate me, you must hate me. I don't want to be stranded. And things like that. I was terrified of being stranded. And so it was just like, it ain't happen though. I'm good. I got gas in my car. And I kind of but I got more money to get gas. So we good. God is good. The littlest things count. And so today I was just minding my business because I was able to go to the gym. Like everything, when I said I did a word about Job, chapter 39 to 42, that God knows every single thing from the hairs on your head. He knows every moment. We talked about God saying, do you know when the goats come up on the mountains and they give birth to their young? I know everything. I know when the hawk come down and spread his wings. I'm the one that gave the peacock its feathers. I'm the one. I'm in charge. So we did all that, and I'm the one that put the hook in Leviathan, and Abba even gave a description of what Leviathan was and how we were nothing like Leviathan. We are walking this earth with this spirit called Leviathan, but it is nothing like us. We're nothing like it, but it influences us, right? And God gives these spirits the ability to influence us because God is teaching us things through these things. Lean not on your own understanding. Take that as you will. I'm not the one that knows everything. God is the supreme of all. Some things we just never gonna figure out or find out as humans. Like God hasn't given us those revelations yet, okay? But we just gonna keep on going. Anyway. And so I'm just knowing, like, my life is in God's hands, literally. And so I got gas. I was able to go to the gym today. I've been going to the gym every single day except for I take a rest days. But I did not go to the gym. I was scared to go to the gym because I literally didn't have gas. So I didn't want to wasn't in fear. I just didn't want to, I was being primitive. I didn't want to, do anything. I felt led to not go. And so anyway, I went today, loved it. But today I had so much warfare today at the gym. Like, I feel people's spirits. Like this woman today, you could just tell she was weird. Like, I was charging my phone and some told me to get away from her. Like I feel people's spirits. Like, you got a spirit on you. Like, I could tell, like, right away. You make me uncomfortable, you weird, you breathe wrong. I could tell you got a spirit on you. If you breathe, it's like, no. But my like, it's spidey senses. Like, I could tell when I'm in the presence of a demonic spirit. I could tell. And so it's just like, I don't play. But today was really bad. Like, it was like warfare. Like, people was trying to, like, it was just weird. And so I left the gym, right? And Abba told me to, like, call my school, like the Cal State that I'm going to get some information and whatever. And so that I'm looking to go to. And I felt led to just stand, like, by this. It's so hot where I'm at. I felt led to stand in the shade by this pillar and call the school on my phone, just right there. When I came out though, okay, I was saying, when I came out, there was a guy in his car, and he had, like, the little thing on. He was just sitting in his car. I didn't think nothing of it. To me, I don't want to judge nobody, but I don't know what was going on, but I just felt like, oh, maybe he's just there. Like, I didn't think none of it. But usually, he probably was just trying to find a spot or something. I don't know. Anyway, I was on the phone, and I got on the phone. I was on hold. Not on hold. I was trying to get somebody on the phone. They, they put the music on. You got to wait till somebody pick up. And I was just there. I was there for, like, a good 10 minutes, just being me and, like, just there. And he was over there, like, like, we wasn't talking to each other or nothing. Like, we were just we were existing in the same space. And so I got tired of waiting for the school, so I was like, you know what, let me just, I didn't want to be in my car when the school called me back, or when they got on the phone. It was taking a long time, so I was like, you know what, let me just leave, whatever. Okay, so I go to get in my car. The guy gets out of his car and says, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you give me a jump?" So he was stranded. He was stranded in the parking lot of the gym. His car wouldn't start. And so I cried when I went to go. There's another story I gotta tell y'all. I cried when I left, because I'm like, he was stranded in the parking lot. But the crazy part is, there was other cars in the parking lot, but we were like towards the back, and we were towards the back, like there wasn't many cars, right? And then this big truck came, and he was just looking at us, but it was this guy, and he got his backpack up. I guess he drove trucks. And so, but like, this is at the time where I said yes, and I had to park like close so he can like use my car for a jump. And then I was like, you know, I'm like, everybody was looking, like not everybody, but you know, people that would come past. But it was just like, why didn't he feel the need to ask anybody else? He was sitting in the back, but he didn't say nothing to me until I was getting ready to get in my car. That's when he finally said something to me. When I was getting ready to leave, he finally said something. And he didn't say nothing before when I was on the phone. He never said anything. So when I was getting ready to leave, then he said, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you give me a jump?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course." I was asking that he had cables. He said he already had some, whatever. And so like we moved into the position, whatever, so I can whatever. But he was stranded. He was stranded in the parking lot. He couldn't move. He could not move his car. I watched. It was like he tried twice, and I told him I was scared to give him a jump. I said, because my car is kind of old, you know. And I was like you know, but you could tell he was like, he didn't even was like worried though. Like he was just like, you know, oh yeah, it's okay, and all this stuff. You know, Latino man, and so, you know, he was cool, like, you know, and I'm just looking at him. I'm just like, how did I get myself in this situation? Okay, so I'm helping him, and the first times it didn't go through, so he kept getting out of his car, it wasn't going, like twice. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I can't help him. And then he was like, press the gas. And I was like, well, I pressed the gas. You know, me, I'm just like, I ain't got much gas, but I pressed it, like he told me. And he was like, I'm gonna try one more time. And I was like, okay. I said, Lord, I just pray this car starts. I said that. And he got in the car and it started. It started. I was like, oh my God. I was so happy for him. My heart was like literally beating like in happiness. Like I never felt my heart like that before. I was so happy for him. Like I was so happy I could be there to help him. And you know what Abba told me? I thought like maybe his car, like, because I drove off before he did. He took the same way out I did. There's many ways that you could take out of that parking lot, but he took the same way out that I did. And Abba showed me how he left, and you know, he was gone. You know, it worked. He left. Like, you know, he was no longer in that parking lot. And my whole heart is just like, my whole heart was just like elated for this man. Like, you know, I helped him. Homeless in my car, depending on God, was like, was on E for 3 days. Like, I helped him, like, and I was so happy that he could start his car and leave and go about his business, because I know what it feels like to be stuck, like, you know, or to like not have anybody helping you, like to be in a place where you're waiting for somebody to give you some help. That's what I mean. Waiting for God to give you provision, waiting for God to come through, waiting for somebody to help you. And it's just like, that's why God told me. He said, when God finally told me, when God said it was you, he was waiting on you. I put you there. I was like, I just start bawling out crying. I was like, because you know what it's like. You know what it's like. That's why I used you. I used you because you know what it's like to not have nobody. Amen. Anyway, have a nice day.